5 of the best, cheapest coins available on Binance. Let's get into it. So Chris, today we will be taking a cheeky look at 5 coins, 5 altcoins that are available on Binance. These are incredibly powerful projects, yet are incredibly affordable. So guys, if you do find this video useful and informative, hit that like button. We both really do appreciate it. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all of the various different new cryptocurrencies and altcoins that we talk about here at Cheeky Crypto, then do consider subscribing to the channel. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with everything we do at Cheeky Crypto. It is free and you will stay well informed, so why not? Chris, anything else you would like to add before we jump down to the desktop and start talking about these 5 altcoins?
The only thing I'd say, Nick, is let us know in the comments below if you would pick 5 different coins or a coin that we didn't select. Really interested to know.
Fantastic. Right, let's jump down to Binance and take a look at these.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fantastic. So the very first one absolutely categorically has to be one of my favorites. This is AGI, SingularityNET, and man, is this thing super affordable. Obviously, it has been cheaper in the past, and I, for one, am gutted I didn't accumulate more when I had the chance. I did prioritize other projects, and they've done well, but SingularityNET has a special place in my heart, not only because it's artificial intelligence and all that kind of good stuff, it just resonates with me, Chris. SingularityNET is a fantastic project. They are aiming to create a decentralized marketplace for artificial general intelligence. And if they can accomplish this, I am both terrified and, well, just impressed all round. It is one of those things where you think definitely I'm investing in it because, well, it's AI and why wouldn't I? And then on the other hand, it's the Terminator and I'm terrified. But nonetheless, I think this is going to be an absolute fantastic project, and it is still incredibly affordable considering where I think the long-term potential of AGI sits. So this thing is available on Binance. It is, of course, only really with the Bitcoin pair, which is a bit, of a disadvantage, but it is available on the Binance, exchange and mobile applications. So fantastic opportunities to get into a project that has such huge potential. It is a relatively low market cap still, somewhere in that 300 million range. But I can't wait to see this thing really get into full gear into the multi-billion dollar level market cap. And I think that AGI has serious potential to go all the way up to that $10 range, Chris. I'm not sure if you agree with me there.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Nick. The only thing that I'd like to add really is we have a video on how to use Binance on the channel. So if you're not familiar with Binance, do check out that video, and it'll just make it so simple for you to navigate your way through and trade between the BTC and AGI token. Just wanted to mention that because obviously it can be daunting if you go on Binance for the first time and see all the charts and everything moving. Yeah, it can be a bit daunting.
Absolutely. Right. So let's get into the second pick. The second cheap altcoin that's available on Binance has to be Zilliqa. Now, Zilliqa's made some pretty strong moves in the previous few months and is still doing incredibly well today. Yet still, I feel this thing is undervalued. So again, we've chosen the Bitcoin pair for this scenario, but it is doing incredibly well all round. Now, there were some fantastic opportunities in the past, Chris, where you could pick up the ZIL token incredibly cheaply. I did pick up a pretty good bag, as you have as well, and it's fantastic to see the gains that we've had so far. That being said, there's huge potential to the upside with Zilliqa still, and this is something that I do truly believe. This is a project that is doing, sharding in practice. It's based on proper research and it's peer reviewed, I believe. So that academic approach really has helped Zilliqa move further forward. And I think this particular coin is definitely a coin that I think most people should be considering. Not only does it, have a huge amount of upside potential, you'll also, by delegating your ZIL tokens, earn the more lucrative 𝗕𝗘𝗪 token, which we did a video the other day, Chris, where we speculate that actually the 𝗕𝗘𝗪 token could reach $48,000 per token. So by literally just owning ZIL and delegating it, you're earning a pretty decent amount of GZIL just for that process. So for me, this feels a bit of a no-brainer. What do you feel, Chris?
Yeah, awesome project, great team, great tech. For me, it's got everything that's required to do well, and yeah, really excited to be a part of it. Really.
Fantastic. So, Zilliqa, do recommend doing some more research if you do not know much about it. Dig in deep because this one is affordable at the moment and I think it'll get away with from people very, very quickly. Right, Chris, let's talk about the third cheap altcoin that's available on Binance. And of course, this has to be one of your personal favorites. Not your biggest bag, but a pretty big bag nonetheless. This is HarmonyOne. HarmonyOne has seen some fantastic gains, and actually, right now is a pretty good opportunity to get into HarmonyOne. It's on a bit of a retracement, lots of blood in the streets, as we say, and has huge potential to the upside. This is a token that, or a project, I should say, that is all around sharding, scalability, and that low latency. This particular project has huge potential. But Chris, tell me more.
Yeah, really like this project, solid tech, solid team, solid community. Like it's everything that I like about a project. And for me, it had to be in this list of five, just purely on the basis that it's still really undervalued. Obviously, it's had a bit of a pullback recently, so it's a great time, in my personal opinion, to be getting in for a bit of HarmonyOne. Plus, you've got the staking rewards, which you have with Zilliqa, which we didn't really mention too much. Those rewards are juicy on both of those projects, both Zilliqa and HarmonyOne. So for me, yeah, it's an immense project that's going to do phenomenally well in this bull run. And we were fortunate enough to sort of highlight it on the show back in October 2020 when we first started the show, and we've been trying to do videos more and more, and now that it's kind of been noticed a lot more by the masses, we're really happy that we can do more videos on this one, aren't we, Nick?
Absolutely. And I still feel, Chris, that this thing can do a 20x pretty comfortably. So definitely one to be watching out for and doing some research on if you're not familiar. Do check out some of the other videos we've done where we do go through the detail of what Harmony is and why you might want to consider it. Right, Chris, let's get into that fourth pick for, cheap altcoins on Binance. And that obviously is your biggest bag.
It has to be.
It has to be. It has to be. So VeChain obviously is an incredibly cheap coin for what it delivers. I mean, this is the only 5-star TURV rated blockchain service provider in the world. No other blockchain provider can even come close to what VeChain are providing to the businesses worldwide. So VeChain, for those who do not know, started its life out on Ethereum, decided that actually Ethereum wasn't quite going to cut it where they needed to go, so set up their own blockchain. They called this the VeChain 4 blockchain, and ultimately they built it around supply chain in mind. However, the use cases have evolved far beyond just supply chain. It may have been where it started, but you're now talking a lot around NFTs, obviously supply chain, but a whole host of many different use cases around hospitality, healthcare, and many more. They're even looking at entertainment industry and a whole host of others. I think VeChain has huge potential to the upside. It is incredibly undervalued, and it still surprises me to this day, Chris, that VeChain is not a top 10 cryptocurrency. One day, I firmly do believe that VeChain and the VET token will be up there in the top 10. But what are your thoughts, Chris?
Well, I mean, they mirror that completely. But, again, this is a project that we got in super early. We were telling people to go do their research at 0.5% or less even at some points, and there was lots of talk of, it's really not going anywhere, rah-de-rah-rah. And we look at it now, starting to get some real traction, as it perhaps should have done earlier. But I think the whole virus situation probably, slowed it down a little bit. But, integrated with lots of really big partners, Walmart China, for example, BMW, Renault. There's just so many. It's a fantastic project. It's solid tech, great team. The community is fantastic as well. And, you know, for me, again, like HarmonyOne, it's everything that I look for in a project. That, you know, use case scenario, that, you know, the utility that it brings across the world that's actually being used kind of sets it apart from the rest for me. And that's something I've been saying for months. And yeah, this is my biggest investment in this space. And I don't think it's even really got started yet, and it's still super cheap. So there's lots of opportunities still to get in on this one. And you look at the price of V4 currently, which is obviously the dual token for this one. You know, it's the same price as, you know, many were getting in. You know, one and a quarter cent. You know, you know, I just think this project's, you know, got legs, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where it ends up towards the end of the bull run.
Fantastic. Yeah, VeChain has huge potential, and I think it's going to be definitely something that you'll want to do some research on if you're unfamiliar. Do check out some of the other videos we've done on VeChain. They hopefully will get you a bit of a steer in the right direction. Right, let's take a look, Chris, at that final pick, that fifth, you know, cheap altcoin that you can acquire on Binance. That has to be another fantastic pick, which is Anchor, right? Anchor's done phenomenally well. And for those who do not know, Anchor is the project that basically is integrating with a lot of various different blockchains. Ultimately, it's designed as a way to run validator nodes incredibly quickly, almost like a one-click solution. You basically pay your fee with Anchor, and you can be up and running with a node in no time at all. You'll be able to support your particular project, and there are many of them. You could go and spin up a Bitcoin node, an Ethereum node. You could also, if you really chose to, do an Elrond node, or even you know, many of the other various different projects of proof of stake platforms. So it's very straightforward to, you know, do that process via Anchor. Anchor's also become you know, with top validator for the Binance Smart Chain as well. They're doing lots of bridges, and it's going to be one of those projects that you just wish you got involved with a little bit earlier. And Chris, we were fortunate enough to getting very early. We made some pretty smart moves along the way, and we've seen some pretty juicy gains. But as you were saying with One Harmony, this thing hasn't really even started, and there's huge potential for this particular token to the upside. I would be surprised if we saw another 20 or even 30x with this particular project. I think there's huge potential with the Anchor token. But Chris, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, again, it obviously ticks all of our boxes. Otherwise, we wouldn't have invested. But, you know, for me, it is immensely undervalued still currently, and we were very fortunate to spot it when we spotted it just before it rocketed to where it is today. And you know, it's consolidating nicely. It looks really healthy at the moment, and yeah, it's one of those for me that, yeah, easy 10x, easy.
Absolutely. I mean, it's definitely got a good position on a healthy correction here. You could accumulate quite a bit before it takes that next step to the upside. So definitely something you want to do some research on and dig in deep. Anchor's a fantastic project, and it's going to do incredibly well in our opinion. Right, guys, those are our 5 best cheap altcoins available on Binance. Hopefully you found this video useful and informative. If you did, hit that like button. We both really do appreciate it. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you want to learn more about those hidden gems and new cryptocurrencies, then why not consider subscribing to the channel? By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with everything we do here at Cheeky Crypto. It is free and you will be kept well informed, so why not? And with that being said, we hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, take care.